a lot of people have asked me, like, what's going on with all of these bombardments that aren't hitting anything? I mean, do they not know how to target things? Hezbollah, that is. And I have to point out to people that initially, uh, the bombardments, as a byproduct, the precise bombardments, created fires, large fires in the Galil. And the reason for that is the area is bone dry right now. Yeah, as everybody knows here, we're in a horrible heat wave. It doesn't rain during the summer here at all. So the area is like a tinderbox. And Hezbollah, apparently, from what I've been reading, suddenly realized, wait a second, we're missing a weapon system that we didn't think about. And what is the weapon system? Fire. So now, I've seen horrible videos of the after effects of these supposedly errant bombardments, creating these massive fires, just destroying thousands and thousands of dunam of valuable agricultural land in the Galil and in the Golan, for that matter. So Hezbollah is using now the weather and their rocket bombardments in many cases as yet another weapon against us. So I sat down and I looked at the meteorological conditions in Lebanon right now, and they're worse than ours. And I looked at the condition of their land in the Bekaa Valley, which is the heartland of the Hezbollah, and in southern Lebanon. And they are in far worse shape than we are as far as their vulnerability to fire. So I went out with a piece proposing that we initiate a strategic fire bombardment campaign in the Bekaa Valley and in South Lebanon, using primarily napalm, low-flying aircraft, just dumping napalm everywhere, and basically turning the Bekaa Valley, because of the winds. You have to look at the winds in the Bekaa Valley, also the prevailing winds, into basically an inferno. And since a lot of those villages rely primarily on agriculture, you're impoverishing Hezbollah's resource base, basically human resource base at this point. And in southern Lebanon, we have to burn the brush away.
You will also be damaging their drug trade.
The drug trade, it's heroin.
Most people do not seem to realize that one of the largest drug cartels in the world is Hezbollah in Iran.
Correct. They've got poppy fields in the Bekaa Valley that are comparable to what exists in Afghanistan. So I presented this, and I won't dignify by repeating the answer I got from my betters in the Kiryat. Okay. So they'll continue to burn our land, literally burn it, while we just sit and do nothing. We have targeted assassinations. That's fine. Continue with that. And then sit back and just wait.
The greatest possible blow to Hezbollah in Iran would be to seriously harm their drug industry.
We can do that in Lebanon really easily with this firebombing campaign.
Exactly.
And the bulk of their money comes from the drugs trade. And you burn up the Bekaa Valley, you burn up southern Lebanon, and boy, you've really put a crimp in their financial support. I don't know what they're waiting for in the north. I really don't. I think they're scared to death, at least from what
I have a
I.
feeling that some people are waiting, possibly, for Trump to win the election.
Okay, that we're fighting a war now. And I agree with you. I have heard that explanation. But there's no assurance that Trump, who was always had an aversion, and he still does, to foreign entanglements. Yes, he killed Soleimani. That was a one-off. Okay, that was a special forces operation. We're not talking about any major military operation that was conducted under his administration. That isn't his thing. He likes to threaten. He likes to breathe fire, but he doesn't like to do anything. So we can't wait any longer to eliminate both Iran and Hezbollah. And we have the ability to do it with what we have right now in our arsenal.